Vishy, another draw. I guess at one point we thought you were a bit under pressure, but perhaps that was an illusion. What was your view?
No, I feel I played the opening inaccurately and I was worse. But it's a tough position to win. But clearly White's pressing and there are many plans. Perhaps his plan of shutting down on the king side hindered him rather than helped him. I mean, potentially it could have helped him win all sorts of bishop endings, but he never got one. So a slightly disappointing game.
Yeah, so I suppose with all the pawns being on black squares, your bishop wasn't very good and his bishop was potentially very strong. But if the position stays closed, there's nothing he can do.
Exactly, and in fact, the black bishop actually holds a lot of my squares together, controls a lot of squares. So as a defensive piece, it isn't so bad.
It did really well. And I suppose you were possibly hoping for a sharper game. I mean, you played a sharp opening, but he chose a quiet path. Were you expecting that?
Yes, I mean, he's been playing this line for many months, and well, I checked it, but somehow I didn't capture all the nuances.
Right.
So, I mean, there's only so much you can do against Michael. You can't drag. He's someone who'll punish any sort of reckless attempt, so you have to be sensible as well.
Yes, he's not called the spider for nothing, I suppose.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Well, okay. So all to play for in the last round still. The tournament's still open. Thanks very much.
Sure.
So David, you've just finished your game with Nigel, a draw, which you're becoming, well, to get a bit of a reputation to be a bit of a miracle worker. You had so little time towards the end to make the time control. Talk us a bit about the game and how satisfied you are with the result.
Well, Nigel played the King's Gambit, which I semi-expected. I mean, we're both not doing too great so far in this tournament, and a draw wouldn't do either of us very good, much good. So I kind of expected something aggressive, and I played an interesting line, which apparently you've had against him in Blitz, which I'd looked at for about 10 minutes yesterday. So I was still very patchy on the area and everything. So I was quite happy to emerge with a position that I thought was quite promising, but I just couldn't find anything, a knockout blow or anything, and somehow I was a bit lucky to escape at the end, I think.
Yeah, because it looked like, well, certainly you sacrificed the integrity of your position to get a lot of play for your pieces, and we were looking at a lot of things, and it looked like you might have an opportunity to deliver a killer blow, but unfortunately we didn't find anything concrete. Perhaps afterwards when we look at it a bit more in depth we might. And obviously Nigel would be disappointed. Well, I mean, it was such an interesting game. There were so many possibilities. I mean, do you feel there was a particular moment where you thought you could maybe grab it?
Around the time I played Rook A8, and before I played C5, I wasn't sure the move order, and maybe I should have gone C5 first, or maybe E5 even. I spent far too long though thinking about it, and I just still couldn't find anything clear. So in the end, I just tried to play quickly, and well, I lost the initiative in the end.
It looked like towards the end, actually, Nigel was getting the upper hand, and I think you did exceptionally well to hold it all together with so little time. You're becoming a bit of an expert at this.
Yeah, I wish I had a reputation for other things, you know, winning quickly or something, but okay, it's better than losing today, and well, one more game tomorrow, so I'll give that my